What's up, y'all? This is Tressie.
And this is Cedric, and we are Through the Crate.
Digging through cultural and current events through the hip-hop lens. Let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, I want to say one thing off the bat.
Okay.
It's like Christmas came early.
Christmas?
Yes.
It's like you woke up and look at all the presents just like, hey, guys!
I hate it. I hope everyone hates it, too. Just want to let you guys know that there's been a ton of music dropped. And it's like everyone's trying to get it out there for the summer before summer's done, but
before it cools off.
Exactly. It's like so much music.
It's either come already or it's coming real soon.
I mean, seriously, where should we start? Like, I don't even know where to start. What do you want to start with?
I mean, let's start. Well, I guess for the longest wait. So, Mr. Frank Ocean finally dropped a project.
Boom. Boom. That's what it was.
Yeah. Boom. I mean, not necessarily a hip hop record.
Yeah.
But he's definitely signed to a hip hop label.
Def Jam?
I mean, I guess.
I don't know. I'm sorry. That's the part that I'm never good at.
It was kind of weird. So with his thing, like his major label was kind of upset of kind of the way he released it.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
But anyway, he rides with those weird guys in L.A. Odd Future.
Yeah, okay.
The internet.
Mm-hmm.
They're all buddies.
Yeah, even though Odd Future is kind of defunct now, but yeah.
Yes. So it's not really a hip hop record.
No, but it's within the culture.
Yeah,
it's been placed there, so
for sure. I don't know. It seems like it got a little quiet. That's kind of how the album left me feeling.
Really?
It was good.
Well, there's actually 2 albums that actually dropped. There's Blond, and there's Endless. And Endless was a film or something like that. Okay. I never watched the film.
I didn't watch Endless either.
I only listened to Blonde. But yeah, go ahead. What were you thought it was too quiet? It was too.
It was just kind of slow.
Yeah.
It was just kind of depressing. It was definitely like mood music.
Definitely.
Was it worth the wait? I think it was. It was for the mood music that it was. I think it definitely did a very good job. But it's not something that will be in my daily rotation. I tend to get up pretty early for work. So, we talked about this before. When do you have time to listen to music? On your way to work and on your way home from work.
To active list.
Right.
Active listening, passive listening. If you guys haven't listened to our previous episodes, we've had a discussion about that.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when I got to be at work early in the morning, I need something that's going to wake me up. Something that's going to kind of get me hyped, going to get me going. Not something that's going to, hey, listen to the sound of my voice.
Sound of music.
Now, there's a lot of good tunes on the Blond record. I don't want anyone out there to think, oh my God, he's talking shit about Blond.
You just haven't been in the mood to actually be able to sit down and listen to it.
The thing is that I have been. It's just not a daily mood that I'm in to listen to Frank Ocean.
Okay.
But there's a song I try to listen to at least once a day from that record. Mr. Three Stacks blessed everyone with
blessed him.
Blessed
us. Yes.
with literally 60 seconds of heaven. So Andre 3000 is featured on the Blond record, and he drops a verse. And I actually didn't look this up, but it has been a long time since Andre has blessed us with anything.
Yeah, I think it has been a minute.
And so what's crazy is it's only 60 seconds. The song is like a minute and 5 seconds, minute and 6 seconds. But what he does in that 60 seconds is more than what most rappers these days can do throughout a whole year's worth of mixtapes. And that's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 tapes these dudes are releasing these days. So what he did in a minute was better than anything a lot of these guys are doing in a whole week's amount of time, which for them is, 10 mixtapes. So,
I mean, like you can even go into the whole part of like his dynamics within that song, the tone of his voice within that song, the character in his voice within that song is better than most people that are out right now. The only other person that comes to mind, of course, because I'm a stan, Kendrick. He does that to his voice. A lot of other people, I think, do that to their voice too, but they don't stand out like that. And then also, like, the lyrics are complex, too. Like,
So that, I think you hit a key point there. Like, not only did he have the, different fluctuations in his voice and the accents, the flow was obviously there, but so was the content. Like, so was the meat. Right. It wasn't just all flavor meaty and fluffer. There's meat there.
It was juicy.
It was, but still tender. Mm-hmm. It was tender. It wasn't.
It was cooked perfectly.
It was cooked perfectly.
That's exactly what it was. And just listening to that, like, and having, like, to go back to that and keep going. He does, and as you said, he does so much in 60 seconds than half of these motherfuckers can do in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And, like, why do I want to listen to that for 4 minutes? I'd rather listen to this
4 times.
4 times.
Seriously, every time I listen to that song, I put it on repeat, so it's about as long as a regular song. I listen to Solo Reprise probably about 3 or 4 times every time I listen to it.
Right. And you can, I think you can also, like, hear the frustration in his voice when he does that too.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so it was so refreshing to me too to hear it from him.
So he touches on a lot of issues.
Yes.
In this,
we should talk about that.
Obviously there's a lot of wordplay going on in there, but when you get down to some of the meat in it, he says things like he's pretty much so low that when he hears reports about kids getting shot by the police, it's like it doesn't even faze him. Mm-hmm. Because he's heard it so much before. He's already been pushed down so far before. It's like, it's not even a big deal anymore. Like, okay, another one happened. Oh, well, here we go again. He talks about women and the expectations that they put on men, but then specifically industry women and those who are after him for his money, which is something that I feel like he's talked about numerous times before. Mm-hmm. A lot of times I've noticed when Andre talks about women, it's either in a very serious light, as in a relationship type of deal, mm-hmm. or about probably what he's exposed to, which is a lot of women who are just fake and are just trying to get a piece of him because he's rich and famous. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure something a lot of rich and famous people have to worry about is people who are just after what they can do for them and not for the person. And so, he definitely touches on that in the song, saying they want a real person, but saying they want something real, but I'm being a real person, and you've got all this plastic surgery done to try to catch my eye, and then he goes into the line where he talks about being 20 years in, and he was under the impression that everyone wrote their own verses, and now he's finding out that they didn't, and it's frustrating. And he's questioning himself. Did he work too hard?
And 3 Stacks, I think you already know this. You did not work too hard, because guess what? You are reveled as one of the most important figures in hip hop. You are always in the conversation when it comes to top 5 or top 10. Like, you didn't work too hard. You worked just as hard as you needed to work, to get out there. Like, and just, I don't know. Like, I don't want him doubting himself like that, but I don't think he's doubting himself. I think he's just trying to, like, make people, like,
open their eyes. Mm-hmm. Open their eyes and smell the coffee.
Right.
And realize what's actually going on, and realize what we as fans are allowing. Mm-hmm. I've been humming and jiving to some those not deserving. Mm-hmm. Like, who actually gets the credit for writing good bars if the people who are supposed to be doing it are not actually doing it? And we have no idea who actually is.
Exactly.
It's the whole point of a ghostwriter.
Exactly.
God, why does Drake always pop up?
Because he's at the top of the totem pole. And in hip hop culture, like, I'm you know what, I'm starting to just accept the fact that he's probably going to come up in every, if not every other episode. Like, it's just going to happen. Because how are we not going to talk about ghostwriting and not talk about Drake?
Right. So it just happened that Andre dropped that, and in my opinion, he was taking a shot at Drake.
Yeah, especially when Drake was going around, you know, saying all these things about like everyone in everyone's city, you know. But one thing I will point out is that I was listening to Sway in the morning, and CeeLo Green was on there, and he was talking about how he was on the phone with Andre 3000, and he was like, "Yo, Stacks went in," and he was just like, "Yeah, but I know that he wrote that 2 years ago because he told me himself that he wrote that 2 years ago." And the reason why he knows about all that is because they're getting a Dungeon Family reunion show together, and 3 Stacks is going to be there. So I don't know. I feel like it's just way too coincidental sometimes for things like this to happen, like to fall in place. But maybe it's just the fucking universe. I don't know, but it's a little too coincidental.
So if we take, CeeLo Green, the alleged rapist, at his word, okay, that he
wow. Sorry,
I mean, alleged.
I know. I'm just saying. Let's go.
That Andre did write this 2 years ago. That's fine, but like I'm so sick and tired. But you know what? Andre didn't say it. Yeah. Someone else said that Andre said it.
Mm-hmm. So it becomes hearsay.
It's already hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if Andre had said that, my reaction would probably be a little different.
Right.
But
you still like fuck this shit.
Someone else said it. Okay.
Fuck that bitch.
So, in my opinion, if that is the case, if CeeLo, the alleged rapist, is telling the truth, then
that's his moniker now.
Yeah. Then why put the song out now, knowing everything that's happening right now?
Well, it's also not his song. You know.
You think if Andre said, "Hey, Frank Ocean, don't put out this song. It'll cause too much hype. People will think that I'm throwing shade at Drake. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do that. Drake is great. I don't want people to think I'm dissing Drake. Don't put it out." You don't think he would have not put it out? I
mean, Frank has been waiting for a while too. I guess there's a ton of different things that could have happened or can happen, whatever. I'm just saying. All right.
I hear you, but I believe that song, the reprise, was placed on the record for a reason.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that reason was so Stacks could get his point across.
Mm-hmm. And so I think we're forgetting that this is Frank's fucking album. So I think that is something that Frank also is feeling as well. And then also just to give a more I guess to say about Frank's album. Yes, I also thought it was a little slow for my liking, but I also thought it was kind of complex. Like I needed to dive in and actually hear what he was saying. And so I haven't had a chance to do that because we have, like I said, it's been fucking Christmas. There's a ton of fucking shit out there. Like I was also saying, Prima Donna.
Oh yeah.
Vince Staples.
Yeah.
I actually wasn't also saying that. I was just thinking of that. Sorry, guys.
Really loudly.
Thinking loudly in my head, and I was just like, you guys know what you guys hear what's in my head, right? Y'all hear me. Anyway, y'all hear me. Nah, Prima Donna drops.
Yes.
Vince Staples.
Mm-hmm.
Love it, like it, hate it.
I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did. Like I think this is the one that I listened to a lot more. Probably because of the length of the album.
It's shorter.
But yeah, I really did I loved like the growth from him.
Yeah. Because
after listening to that, I went back and I listened to what is that, Summer 06?
Yeah. And
then I also went back further and listened to Hell Can Wait.
Yeah, Hell Can Wait was like
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I love the growth.
Yeah.
Like Hell Can Wait wasn't horrible. I'm not going to say that, but it wasn't like the best. I mean, and then, Summer 06 I think was a lot better, and I wish I would have listened to that more.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I wish I would have listened to that more back when it came out. So I'm still kind of rocking some of those joints off of that, but plus it was like a double.
Yeah.
Right? That's crazy. And then this one, I loved the flow of it. I loved how he was singing on some, like introducing them in that kind of, there's a lot of introspective things, and he was going deep, and it was primarily dark, though.
It was pretty dark.
You know, another thing about it is just that he was so open, too. I think, like with his thoughts, and I think like just going back to that whole darkness, because you know he's just being honest about like, yeah, I've had suicidal thoughts, like, yeah,
Right.
I've, you know, and then like just the movement of it all, like the production was super heavy,
Yeah.
and super eclectic at this in the same sense, you know, like it was really, it turned your ear on, you know what I'm saying?
But it wasn't like trap music.
Exactly. It was different.
Mm-hmm.
I hate trying to use that word all the time. Like I try and look for different words that's used than different. It's like, what the fuck is different? Well, nigga, it's different. Shit.
It's not the same.
God damn it. Like the fuck you want from me?
No, I mean, I definitely agree with that in that at least I find myself having to kind of pause for a second when I do hear something that does sound different.
Yeah.
And before I say I like it, I have to say, like, do I actually like this, or is it just something different that doesn't sound like everybody else, you know? Because there's so much of that right now. There's so much music that's just all sounding the same. And so...
so it's like, do I like it, or is it just refreshing and I'm
Right.
trying to like, you
exactly.
know, find
Is it-
something else that my ear can
Exactly.
listen to.
So this one, I definitely liked it. It definitely wasn't just different. I didn't think it was like superb.
No.
I didn't think it was superb. I thought there were a couple songs in there that could have definitely been put together a little better. The sketches were a little long,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
for like such a short tape, I felt
Right.
like I would have loved if it was just like the music flowed more.
Right. I agree with that. Yeah. Like, I think that one when he's like, sometimes I feel like giving up. Sometimes I feel like giving up. Like, you said that like 20 times. Like, dude, I understand, like, you
Yeah.
trying to get this, like, through our head
I
and
get
shit.
it.
But, nigga, we get it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's like sometimes, like, those things were, like, a little long and it was just a little overbearing, you know? But I did like hearing, like, it's kind of like you're in his head. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I did like hearing that and, like, knowing, like, oh, this is what he thinks about. This is what he does when he's trying to come up with a song, maybe. And, you know, like, it's like his little references and
Okay.
stuff like that. So I thought that was kind
Okay.
of cool, you know? But I do agree, though. Like, some of it was just like, come on, bro. Like, just get it out.
Got it. Like he's in his own head.
Right. Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, it was good. It was good. It was good.
It was good. What else came out? Young Thug's tape came out. Jeffrey.
No, my name is Jeffrey.
My name is. Oh, excuse me.
That's
his name. I'm sorry. His name is My Name is Jeffrey because he's trying to be like a pimp.
No,
named Slick.
his name is No. My name is Jeffrey. Yes, Tom, you've got to say the whole thing.
Exactly. A pimp named what is it? Slickback. A pimp named Slickback.
It's like a tribe called Quest. You don't just call them a tribe or Quest.
That's Boondocks for all you that don't know that aren't black. Anyway, I'm just kidding. That's racist.
Or older.
Exactly. Or old. Oh no, Boondocks is old now.
Yeah, the
Oh,
kids don't know about
damn.
Boondocks.
Are you kidding me?
These kids don't know about Boondocks. They don't know about Chappelle Show.
Damn, 30's the
Sad.
new old head.
Sad.
Y'all
But
ain't
yeah.
got shit out here.
But yeah.
Anyway.
Jeffrey dropped, and so did the dress.
Ooh, bars. I'm just gonna give that to you.
Okay. So Young Thug, guys, posed in a dress on his album cover. You know, I was asking people around like what they thought, just, you know,
Oh,
randomly.
nice.
Hey, what'd you think about that? What'd you think about the dress? Probably about, of the people that knew who Young Thug was, they were
I'm gonna
like,
get real analytical on you in a minute, but go ahead.
they weren't surprised.
Who were these people that I want to know, like the demographic, male, female,
Oh, males.
majority
female,
males,
yeah.
black, white, Hispanic.
Black and Hispanic that would know about rap.
Got you. And they said,
They were like, doesn't surprise me, it's Young Thug.
right.
They weren't like surprised that Young Thug would do something like that. Because
I wouldn't
it's
be
Young
either.
Thug.
I mean, the niggas worn like a ton of suspect shit,
Right.
you know. But life goes on.
Yeah, and so
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, go for it.
I was just going to say, I thought that it was super ode to Andre 3000. Now, if that wasn't a dress and it was pants, I feel like everyone would be like, oh shit, that's Andre. Because Andre has I think he wore something like that in Hey Ya, in the Hey Ya video.
That was a jumpsuit. It looked like a jumpsuit.
But it was like super flowy at the bottom. But not like that, but you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't a dress.
I know that. But we all know that Andre 3000 has eclectic style. Like when it comes to, like, he'll wear some things that a lot of people thought were suspect too. Like, even when people used to say, like, stuff about when he would do his hair in a certain way, even Snoop Dogg doing his hair a certain way. But you don't want to question Snoop's gangsta, and you don't want to question Andre's gangsta.
Yeah,
but you're going to question the shit out of the Young Thug because he came out of there off the bat. But then we also got to think about, who was he listening to? He's from, Atlanta.
Right. I mean,
is that an influence of his?
I mean,
and you also got Trinidad James that was kind of suspect with his hair too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Y'all got some suspect, and there's a ton of gay people out there. I don't know. Maybe some shit's just melting together.
There's a ton of gay people everywhere.
Yeah, I know. There's half of this podcast is gay. I mean, let's be real.
Which half?
The girl talking right now.
There you go.
Hello, everyone. I am your gay podcaster.
Oh.
I am a lesbian, and I love it. Let's be honest.
Cat's out the bag.
Oh, y'all didn't know? So my straight co-host here is going to go ahead and continue with his critique of young Jeffrey's dress.
Young Jeffrey. Yo, so just so you
got
guys
Jeffrey.
know.
I call him Heffery. Sorry, go ahead. Go.
I mean, can I talk now?
Yes, you can. Go.
Jesus. Anyway, so... I thought the Andre 3000 comparison was interesting because actually Miss Erykah Badu tweeted out the album. And when she tweeted out the album, she said, "Amazing, Thugger. Reminds me of a certain ATLian I know."
Ooh, I didn't know she did that.
Yes, she did.
She did?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So Erykah Badu's feeling it.
Yeah. She about to go get some babies from him.
That's actually what he said to her.
What? I swear on my life. I put this on my...
You read this.
I put this on my father. I did not read this.
Okay, well, after she tweeted him that, he retweeted her, "Thanks, Miss Badu. Let's make us a baby."
I'm fucking psychic. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I mean, but you also know that Erykah Badu's hip hop's baby mama, right? So yeah, that's where I drew that conclusion. So go ahead.
I'm sure Thugger did too. I'm sorry, Jeffrey.
I'm sorry, my name is Jeffrey.
No, I'm sorry. No, my name is Jeffrey.
Anyway, did you listen to the project?
Yeah, I mean,
let's get off the dress.
I did.
Okay.
I did. And it was definitely better than the dress.
Huh. That's good.
And you know what? I have to say, like Young Thug, and I think I said this the last time he released something this year on one of our podcasts.
Let's repeat it.
I'm like pulling for the guy. Like he's one of those guys that I want to be bigger than he is. Like I want this to be one of those guys where it's like, yep, Young Thug. I remember when he was a nobody wearing dresses, and now he's,
a big somebody wearing
dresses. like,
damn! I remember when you used to wear little dresses.
Right.
Now you wearing big dresses.
Look at you.
Like
Look
you
at you growing up, man. Got the high heels on and everything. Like,
then the niggas that you was asking before is gonna be like, yo, he used to wear small dresses. I just appreciate that he covering his legs now. Like the fuck.
I mean,
what a tangent.
It's enough that he's got his grill fixed. He's definitely got his grill fixed. Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, so Young Thug's one of those guys that I want to see succeed. I want to see successful. But every project he puts out, I'm like, damn, dude, you gotta do better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, bro, you gotta do better than that.
Mm-hmm.
And so this one, I went in like, all right, dude, this is it.
Right.
If this one don't hit it out the park, bruh,
I'm done with you.
I'm sorry. And so to be honest, it wasn't a hit out the park. But I thought it was good enough for what he needed in this part of his life. in this part of his career. There were catchy songs on there. There's a couple I'm not really too fond of. There's a couple on there I really like. So I mean, overall, I have to say it was definitely decent.
That's good. I have to give it a better listen. I got caught up, like I wanted to listen to it a lot more, but I got caught up on the first song, Wyclef Jean, and I actually played that song like 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
I love the beat to that song. And he actually doesn't, like, he's not saying much on it, of course, but
Right.
his flow and everything, it's tolerable.
Yeah.
And so like that whole song, I was just like, damn, dude, Young Thug does that to me. Every now and then he'll have one song that just punches me in the fucking face and says, take this shit, bitch. So maybe that's what he's saying,
So I mean, in
his songs.
On a lot of these songs from this Young Thug record, they're named after people. And so what he's actually doing in these is like using their style.
Or their persona.
Kind of, like he has a song called Riri, and in the Riri song, he's like, you gotta work. Yeah.
Aww.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
now
like,
I understand the concept. I should have listened to it. Oh my God.
So, he has a song called Future Swag, and he's totally on a Future beat, just like doing his best Future impression, and it's pretty fucking good. It's actually good, and I'm not mad because...
Oh yeah, you played that for me today.
Yes.
Yeah, that was total Future.
But he called it Future Swag.
Yeah, and called it, so we all know, like, it's not
right. He's not trying to bite his style. He's like,
I'm using this.
I'm doing it.
Taking it.
I'm doing it.
And
yeah.
he actually fucking did that better than I expected.
Yeah.
Than I expected. Like, I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
and it was a great song.
Yeah, he ripped it.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, so, I definitely feel what he's doing with this record, naming it different people and kind of taking their vibe for that song, which is definitely different for No, My Name is Jeffrey. Actually having concepts and following through with them. So this is definitely showing some growth from him as an artist. Again, not the knockout, not the hit out of the park, but still a step in the right direction. Not quite a Bernie Sanders, but more like a Hillary Clinton.
Ooh. I gotta give you a 5 for that one. Bars, I don't even know. That was just good. That was just smooth.
Marginal.
Ooh,
but it's okay anyway.
You call her Stephanie, I call her Ebony. Ooh.
Now everybody's gonna think you like that song because you're gay.
Oh, I know, right? Damn. They're gonna think I'm a stud.
You've always been kind of burly.
Oh, fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. I'm a classy lady. I am a classy woman.
Yeah.
Whole lot of woman. Anyway, what else is there to talk about other than my sexual orientation?
Man, I mean, okay, so Isaiah Rashad is dropping tomorrow. By the time we drop this, it would have already been out.
Yes.
But we have to just make sure that we will talk about this on the next episode. Because
definitely.
We will listen to it. Unless TDE just like fucks us over and drops something completely different.
Right. Well, I don't think they're going to do that because he's been on a ton of press runs. And he also was on the Juan Epstein podcast. And he revealed a whole bunch of stuff in regards to the reason why he's dropping 2 years or 3 years later.
It's a while. I mean, that was...
Sylvia demo came out, I want to say 3 years ago.
Before Oxymoron.
Yes. Because so I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
So Sylvia demo came out and he went on tour with... Schoolboy.
Yes.
We went to one of their shows.
Phenomenal.
Fucking awesome. They're both great performers. But one thing that Isaiah, or Zay, I'm just going to call him Zay because that's what he calls himself. Zay said that he was like, I was addicted to Xanax and alcohol. And he just admitted it. And he was like, yeah, like I was fucking up. So I couldn't go anywhere. Like sent me home. He was like, fuck that. I can't deal with you like this. Like he said he was so bad to the point that he tore the stomach lining in his stomach.
What?
Yeah, he was that bad. So he said that he had to do some work, and he said he went on Sway in the Morning. He said that he went from a couch to buying a crib to being on a couch again to buy another crib, and that's why he's here now. So he's gone through a lot in the last 3 years. That oxymoron tour, like he was just like, I was around too much of things, and like, you know, one thing led to another, and I became this person that would just not even know what day it is and things like that. So what happened, Top sends him home, and he's like trying to get himself together, and every time he would get himself together, they'd put out a song. So that's when we got Nelly at first.
Got it.
And then he would kind of go back in that other direction, and he'd get maybe a little bit better. They'd put out Smile, that other song that came out, and then he gets in a better direction, like he's doing well, and they put out Free Lunch, because he's also been working on stuff, and he's being sober. He's not completely sober. He describes it as like, I am more aware of what I'm doing when I'm drinking, and if I want to drink or not to drink, and things like that. So I kind of understand that from being a product of an addictive family, I guess you could say. Like my mom, I'm not gonna get too personal. Fuck that shit. Anyway, I understand what he's talking about there. But yeah, so that's why we're getting the Sun's Tirade tomorrow on September 2nd. And I am super excited because Free Lunch sounds great. Smile sounds great. Yeah. Wasn't the biggest fan of Nelly, but it was still a good vibe. You know, you can be my number one. But anyway, he still has like, he's got infectious melodies, and an infectious flow like that makes you want to listen to what he's saying. And the Southern drawl always gets me.
Yeah, he's got a good voice.
A great voice. Yeah. And I even watched him try and do the five Fingers of Death off the top of the dome on Sway, and I mean, it wasn't the most impressive performance, but you can see him working things out, and like, I love to see that creative process. That I think Sway even said the same thing. He was just like, that creative process, it's great, and I think it's refreshing to see, because you see so many people go up there with shit like, you know, like written or whatever already. So I mean, I think Taylor Bennett went up there and fucking smashed that shit off the top, and you knew that was off the top.
Yeah,
like,
Taylor killed it. Yeah, he did.
Like, damn. But yeah, that's what Isaiah's been up to, and that's why he's dropping an album now. And I mean, I'm super happy that he's doing this. Like, you can kind of see him, like, when you watch the interviews and you listen to it, like he's one kind of all over the place because it's super fresh. I think that this is like all coming to him like this fresh, and like he didn't like One Ep is the only place that it was the first place that he actually put it out there that he was going through that, and everyone is like, dude, we really commend you for like just saying what happened and not being fake about it.
Yeah, I mean,
like, oh, they put me on hold.
He literally fell off the face of the earth because Sylvia demo is a demo, like it wasn't an album.
Right, he was supposed to drop a while ago.
Yeah,
and what he was saying too was he was like, yo, like, I could murder the game right now. Like, I should have been murdered the game, but like, I was on my bullshit. Like, he's like, it was like cocky shit too. Like, he's like, I'm the best MC. Like, you know, like he was started kind of like talking that shit, like talking about like, I should have had like a bunch of rings by now. You know, he's like, and that's one of the motivators that like keeps me sober. It's like, I know I'm better than these niggas. I know I'm better than all of these people, and I'm about to show y'all. So I was like, ooh, this is great. I love it.
So it better not. It better be fucking awesome.
I'm pretty fucking excited for it.
I mean, yeah, I'm excited too.
I have high hopes, so that's probably a bad thing. But in the long run, fuck it. Let me get some of that Isaiah Rashad.
What's the name of the record again?
The Sun, S-O-N, Sun's Tirade. No, I think it's S-U-N.
The Sun's Tirade.
Yes.
Ooh. All right, have to check that out.
Yes. Is that all the music that's about to come out? We went through Frank Ocean, we went through Vince Staples, we went through Young Thug, and we also just went through Isaiah Rashad. Oh, I think we have one more. I think you just showed that to me today. Why don't you go ahead and...
Oh, yeah. So, if you guys have not heard of this rapper, her name is Remy Ma.
You better have heard of her. You better have.
Well, you guys should know who Remy Ma is. In case you don't know, she's part of Terror Squad. Or I guess they used to be Terror Squad, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not Terror Squad anymore.
I have no
don't
clue.
know if they're... But like Fat Joe and those guys.
It might be.
Lean back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a female rapper from New York. apparently she was locked up for murder. What did she get locked
Attempted
up for?
murder,
Attempted murder?
She got into a fight. I know that she went somewhere with some people that were supposed to be her friends and ended up getting into a fight and ended up getting charges put on her. And she went away for like 7 years, so maybe it could have been murder or something like that.
She was gone for a while.
I don't remember exactly what the charge was, but yeah, it was something serious.
And she's back.
Yeah, back in action.
And so yeah, she was on that song recently came out that actually was really popular.
Mm-hmm.
All the Way Up.
All the way up with French Montana on the hook.
Yes. And then another song just dropped recently, Cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Another song with same people.
Yep.
And then she just recently dropped a few days ago
A freestyle
to one of your favorite songs.
Oh, why you gonna put that on me like that?
I am now. Yeah. Now it's gonna be.
I
awkward.
do like it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I support my gay people.
Young M.A.'s Ooh.
I think I say it like her sometimes too.
Ooh. Yeah, you
Ooh.
It's kind of you kind of got that. But yeah, Remy Ma.
It broke though. He's a
Remy
bozo.
murdered it.
She did.
Remy bodied that song.
She did. And she need to let these niggas know what time it is because she can fucking rap.
Yeah, I feel like we don't give enough female rappers love on this show.
No, we don't. We need to start doing that.
But
for
man,
real.
Remy, if you guys haven't heard it, go listen to it.
Seriously. I listened to it today and I'm like, dude, she's got bars for bars for bars on that one. I actually really loved it. You know, the whole, you call her Stephanie, I call her Heffany.
Yeah.
Well, she's got a part on there. You want to do it with me? You call him Gregory, I'll call him Beggery. I was just like, look at you, girl.
She got it. She snapped.
Yeah, she snapped on it.
Yeah, it was
but anyway,
dope.
yeah, that was a dope song, dope remix. You might want to check it out as soon as you can.
Yeah.
And moving on.
I mean, what's been going on in the hip hop news?
Hip hop news. Well, the hippity hoppity news is that another white bitch has almost got pistol slapped in fucking Chris Brown's crib.
What?
I know, that's a really interesting way to describe it. Apparently so this is what I heard. Oh, so this is what's going on around the way. So apparently Chris Brown was having a party at his house, invited some dude who invited two girls that I guess Chris Brown hasn't really fucked with before. So then these two girls come to the house, whatever, blah, blah, blah. There's some jewelry on a dresser somewhere or something like that. And one of the girls decides that she wants to try and touch the jewelry. And the guy that she's with, I believe, said, don't do it. And she tries anyway.
Her name is Bailey Curran.
I don't give a fuck what her name is. To be honest, I don't really give a fuck about this story. But anyway, but we got to do it because we're a podcast and we talk about the news. Anyway, he goes, no, don't touch the jewelry, and apparently waves a pistol around in her face.
Yeah, waves a pistol at her. That's what she said. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what she says. So another story that I just heard about, though, this is all alleged, is that, you know, when she got kicked out, so basically he was trying to kick her out by waving that pistol around in her face. So she ends up having to get kicked out or something like that. Well, apparently what happened is when she got kicked out, she was embarrassed. And so she needed to get an Uber home, and she told the person, I guess, that she was with, if he doesn't get the Uber, she's gonna make up some claim about it all. And so yeah. I mean, so when this story first broke, you kind of had two camps, because this is about 2 days out. So we definitely have more facts now than we did when it first broke. When it first broke, there were two camps. It was either you were team Chris Brown or you were team this other bitch. Or you were, no, there's three. Or you were like me. It was like, fuck this bullshit. Well, yeah, if you were saying fuck it, then you're not on any team. You just don't care. Yep. You were teamless. Team popcorn. Sit back and watch. Yeah, I mean, I was sitting back and watching, but I still had an opinion. And so, yeah, I definitely had an opinion. And my initial opinion was,
actually on Chris Brown's side.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, yes, he freaking beat Rihanna. Yes, he just recently went off on Drake because Drake said all this shit about Rihanna, blah, blah, blah. He's mad, right? Okay. All that aside, I'm like, why would Chris Brown wave a gun at some random chick at his house? Like, that just doesn't make sense. And the way the story broke, she hit up TMZ right away.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like an actual victim at that moment.
Right.
And then the story came out about this duffel bag being dropped out of the window. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And then, so reports come back today that after the search warrant with the police searched the house. They didn't find anything.
But he got arrested anyway.
He got arrested, yeah.
Are you sure they didn't find anything?
They found no weapon.
Because he got arrested and was out on a $2,050 bail.
$250,000 bail.
Sorry, $2,050. $250. I don't know my numbers anymore. Shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
$250,000 bail.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I guess my opinion on it, if you want one, is niggas ain't shit and bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Like, the fuck. First of all, Chris Brown, what the fuck are you doing having a party at your house? Like,
he's young and has money.
No, but like, why? Like, you're young and you have money, and you know that bitches want to fucking set you up. Like, people want to set you up. Like, like, first of all, like, why do you have these people around you that are inviting people to your house that you don't even know? Like, you're a high profile dude. Like, the fuck are you doing, bruh? And another thing is like, why don't you just like go somewhere? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you gonna shit where you eat? That's what I'm thinking.
Well, I think in his mind he's shitting where he's eating because it's probably safer. These girls come to the door, they take their phones. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she wouldn't even sign that non-disclosure agreement though. Like, that's what happened. Is that
part even real?
Well, that's apparently.
Is
any of this fucking shit real? I don't even want to talk about this shit no more.
That's fine.
You know what I'm saying? But that's all I'm saying. Like, a lot of it is just like dumb. Like, you set yourself up for failure if you're not going to take the certain precautions. Like, if you're going to have a party at your goddamn house, why are they signing it after and not before? Like, before they even step foot in that goddamn door, they should be signing that non-disclosure, and you should be taking them motherfucking phones. That's all it is. Like, I know a lot. I don't know personally, but I know
a lot of them do.
They fucking, know the goddamn drill. For as long as you've been in this goddamn business, what the fuck are you doing, bruh? That's all I'm saying.
So I don't disagree with you. I think for me, the biggest piece of this story is not necessarily the ins and outs of what rich celebrities do with their, spending their time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more in the media and the culture's response to allegations without knowing all the facts.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah,
you're guilty until proven innocent.
You're guilty until proven innocent, especially if you're Chris Brown and have a history of beating women,
mm-hmm.
which he does.
Yeah,
he has anger management issues.
And exactly, yes. And that's and that's another thing is that, like, he's super sensitive, and he's got anger management issues. So why aren't you being more careful? Why isn't your team being more careful? Because you're a fuck boy, and everybody else in that house is fuck boy. I don't know. Everyone's a fuck boy, because this story is making me like, what are we doing?
Okay.
It's just stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stupid.
Yeah. Didn't realize Chris Brown was a fuck boy in your eyes.
I mean, come on. He makes great music, but he's a fuck boy. Let's be real.
What's a fuck boy?
Like, somebody that's just dumb.
Okay. I mean, he's not really a blood.
No, exactly. You pay for protection according to YG and a bunch of other fucking people. Like, you pay to be a blood. Like, what's gangsta about that? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I'm blood by.
Let me see. The payment's going through now. I'm blood. Yes. Thank you. Excuse me, my bloods. Can you come surround me and make me look great? Thank you. Hello, I'm Chris Brown, and I'm a blood. Like,
that's a great dance. You should teach Chris Brown that dance.
No.
You guys didn't just see this dance, but it was awesome.
Now you're going to tell me to teach one of the best entertainers in this industry how to dance. Anyway. Moving on. We spent too much time on that. Little Yachty.
Oh, he's back.
Back in
saying
the
some
talks.
dumb shit. So yeah, Lil Yachty. What did he say? He was on some interview and he was asked about some of the old greats, the old heads, old heads.
Specifically, Biggie and Tupac.
Tupac, considered two of the best to ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't just pass by the question. He didn't just give a generic answer. He told us how he really felt in his heart.
Tell me how you really feel.
And how he really felt was, I couldn't tell you 5 Pac or Biggie songs. It wasn't like humble. He just was kind of like, yep, I can't name it. What's the big deal? Mm-hmm. I don't care. And the world kind of went crazy. Or at least the hip hop world went crazy. A lot of people were just like, okay, so you don't know 5 Pac or Biggie songs. But why you got to make a big deal about it?
That's what people were saying?
That's what Anderson .Paak said specifically. Anderson .Paak specifically said, you don't have to brag about not knowing your history. So it's not like the issue is that he doesn't know 5 Pac songs or 5 Biggie songs. The fact is that he can't even give a respectful answer to like the godfathers of the game. Right. Of like the current game and kind of the way things are now. Kind of turning rap stars into like these big like pop icons.
Right.
And so the fact that he just can't understand the importance of history and the importance of the past. Mm-hmm. Regardless if you agree with it or if you like the music or not, just give it enough respect to care a little bit. You can't name 5 Pac songs?
Right. Like, that's what I'm thinking, is that, like, you can't name any of this stuff. Like, the one culture, the one thing that is paying your fucking bills right now, you can't take, like, 2.5 seconds out of your day to fucking learn about some shit that, like, as to the reason why you're here right now? Like, if it wasn't for all the fucking greats, you wouldn't know shit about nothing. Like, you wouldn't be able to be doing this. There's people that have broken down doors for you to do these things, and you decide to say, fuck that, I don't know none of this shit. But guess what? I'm a dance, I'm a boogie, I'm gonna do whatever my mumble rap is, and I'm gonna just fucking get this money. Like, this is selfish shit like that. Yeah. It's just like being a black person and not knowing who Martin Luther King is, or not knowing a lot of stuff, like, not to bring it to race or anything like that, but just like not knowing what this country is and what's happened, and not knowing how fucking all of it started. Like, when it comes to hip hop, sorry, I'm gonna get away from the whole politics thing, but well, when it comes to hip hop, like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Lil Yachty? Like, you making yourself look stupider and stupider, and then you're also making all these kids that, because you say you're the king of the youth, think that it's cool to not know shit. Like, why do you want to be stupid?
Right. And you know what? These kids have more access to information than we did. It was, back in the day when we wanted to learn something, we had to, I remember going to the library and doing research.
Right.
Following up the library, I remember the Encarta CDs that you would put into your computer. Mm-hmm. On top of the Encarta CDs that you will put in your computer, I finally remember like being able to Google things in Wikipedia. Okay,
right.
But nowadays everyone's got a smartphone. You don't have to go to a freaking computer. You don't have to go to a library. It's boom, information's right there. So, you know what? To give Lil Yachty some credit, when I was coming up, I didn't know shit about Eric B and Rakim. You know what I mean? I couldn't name 5 Eric B and Rakim songs.
Like, why? Yeah.
But I also knew better than to brag about not knowing 5 Eric B and Rakim songs. I would never be like, yeah, I don't know no Eric B. I never heard of him.
Right.
I never heard of Rakim.
Well, I think that's another thing though. It's
Slick who? I don't care.
Exactly. It's like you don't know anything that has to do with what your profession is, and I think we shouldn't just like shy over this or just think it's okay. I don't know. I just don't understand why it's cool to be like, why is it cool to not know what the fuck you're doing and where it came from?
Well, he also doesn't call himself a rapper.
Right.
He calls himself a rock star, or he calls himself what did he say in the interview? I think he said he considers himself a rock star. He doesn't consider himself a rapper. He doesn't consider himself part of hip hop.
Well, that's another thing. All these people, like the little Uzi Verts, Lil Yachty, they're all calling themselves rock stars. So it's like, why are you like, what's like the allure of saying that you're a rock star versus a rapper? So you don't have to participate in the things that we say, not say like what is it?
I have a great question for them. So okay, you're not a rapper, you're a rock star. Okay, can you name the members of the Rolling Stones?
I know all of them, every last one of them. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you ever heard of the Beatles? You know what I'm saying? Like Stairway to Heaven. Who wrote that song?
Right.
Like they have no so you're just saying things so you don't have to answer certain questions. You're saying things so you don't have to be held accountable for freestyling on a goddamn interview. You're saying things so you don't have to be held accountable for fucking shitty bars.
Right.
It's okay. You know what, guys? Just say you're lazy and you're just in it for the money. It's fine. Like, just say that. Say you're here trying to grab a quick bag. Cool.
Well, I think that's what they're trying to say, I guess. But another thing is, it's like, okay, well, they're saying that they're not rappers, they are rock stars, or they're also like a lot of like this whole thing that came out with designers saying like, oh, I'm an artist. Like, you're making that a broad fucking term then. Like, really, you're an artist? I mean, yeah, you can't be. But anyway, but like the thing is that like you're using these terms this way. Then why are you benefiting off, like, when you win an award, when it comes to music, it's going to be hip-hop.
Right.
You're going to be thrown into our category. Right. So how do we get you the fuck out of our category?
Right, get the fuck out of my...
Get the fuck out,
Get in your artist category.
Yeah, stay in your fucking lane, and I'm good. Like, I don't want to fucking hear from you. Go over there into little La La Land. I'm going to call it that. Y'all should go over to Mumble Land.
Mumble Land.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, I think all these kids should just take some time, spend a little $10 a month, get a Netflix subscription, and watch the show, The Get Down.
Boom. The Get Down. Get down and funky. Sorry.
So if you guys haven't heard of this, Netflix has released one of their own shows that they produced called The Get Down, and it's pretty much based on the story of the Funky 4 plus one more out of New York. And it's a pretty damn well done story. I don't know, to be quite honest, it's a little cheesy. It's a little cheesy, but it's that like little bit of cheese that's like good. Like the story progresses, and if you're into hip hop, it really breaks down like how it started, and how it started with the DJs first.
Yep.
And then kind of how the MC kind of became the sidekick to the DJ, and kind of how this underground thing started small, and then it shows you when it kind of exploded and when it became a bigger thing. I don't want to give too much of it away,
but it's like,
it is really interesting. And it's accurate enough. It's historically accurate enough. Maybe not all the stories that are going on, but the bigger picture things are actually accurate. The smaller, more personal things, not so much.
Right.
But it's fairly well done. I still feel like the acting and the writing could be a little better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like, the story's great. The acting could be a little better. The writing, it gets a little corny at times.
But I also think the corniness has to do with the fact that it is set in a certain time.
And they're young. And they're young. I have to keep telling them they're still in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is still happening in high school, and everything in high school is super corny.
Right.
I get it.
But yeah, the acting should have been done. Like, those like love scenes between Homeboy and Homegirl. Like, come on, bro. But yeah, but all in all, it is very educational. Lil Yachty, you should probably fucking watch it.
Like I said, it's $10. You can afford that now.
I know, nigga. Shit. Anyway,
so yeah, watch the Get Down.
Watch the fucking Get Down. I think that's about it for us today. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got, guys.
I mean, in summary, Lil Yachty, you're a bitch. Chris Brown, you're a bitch. Just kidding. Let me stop. I'm about to make enemies. I'm just saying.
So yeah, guys, check us
Christmas. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Check us out.
Check us out. What's it all about?
Comment, subscribe, join the Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know this social media crap. So what do you?
You want me to go ahead and do? You want me to try it? You want me to do it?
Do you join Instagram?
Yes, you can follow us. On Instagram.
Okay. You follow on Instagram. You join us on. No, you follow us on SoundCloud.
No, I got this. You just my precious baby boy. It's okay. So please
follow the Facebook.
Shut the fuck up. Not you guys, him. Follow us on Instagram through the crate. Follow us on Twitter through the crate. Follow us on Facebook. Just look up through the crate. Subscribe, rate, and review us on iTunes. We are there through the crate. Everything's through the crate. You can even visit our website, www.throughthecrate.com, and you can find out about your host, the gay ass bitch right here, and that straight ass nigga over there.
What?
And then also, if you don't want to be on iTunes or anything like that, we have ourselves on Pocket Casts.
Yeah.
Fucking a slew of fucking places. We
Google
just send everything
crate.
out. Google
Podcast.
Through the Crate. Oh, well, we got to get our SEO up though. Niggas don't know about that. But then lastly, we are on SoundCloud. If anything else fails, Through the Crate.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys listening to us, and I'm out, motherfucks.
Deuces.